Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back?
Okay.
Can we get love back?
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It is just about that time to get the party started with Power Hour Live. Forgot about that fun banner up in the top. Everybody, we got the man Curtis right over there. We've got Aaron Smalls down below. We got XOXO Liza. My name is Anthony. And I'm just going to kick myself from the stream. Why not? You know what? I like to do a little magic and just bring myself up magically. So we are excited to do the show. My name is Anthony Michael Russo with hashtag Be The Change. I am a performance coach, motivational speaker, tell people how to overcome failure just like I have in my life. And today I'm all about sharing positivity, which has been the theme of my quarantine. So that's me out here in Dallas, Texas. Aaron Smalls, what's cracking?
We're hanging out in New York, feeling good. It's a beautiful day. And I'm excited, you know. It's 420, so I decided to wear my green.
Hey.
Today.
Puff, puff, pass.
Okay.
Liza, what's going on?
What is up, everyone? I'm Liza Monet Morales. I'm an actor, a TV host, and a content creator in both English and Spanish. And today I'm rocking, this is like my quarantine life. I'm rocking both silver and gold, which is totally a no-no. But you know what? In quarantine, anything goes. That being said, I've been trying to catch up or do my best to catch up with my quarantine and chill watching, which really at this point hasn't been happening, but I'm pumped because it is 420. There's a new show coming out on Pantalla called Ana la Seria, which is kind of like a comedic type of feel about life when basically is a living sitcom. And that's what I feel my life is these days. So I'm excited to check that out. And yeah, just kind of keep it rocking and rolling. And if I'm not mistaken, though, we do actually have another guest that is checking in as our correspondent from LA, letting us know what's happening in his neck of the woods. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for now, Curtis, what's going on with you?
Hold on a sec. I want to do an unveiling of Curtis because he is so ready for this show right now. You got to get excited. Curtis is officially bringing the sports that we are all missing. So without further ado, you got to see this gentleman right here. Ready? And Curtis.
What up?
Hey!
If you don't know, I'm sponsored by Wilson. Shout out. Let's go. What I do. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing right now is I'm Curtis. I'm the executive director and co-founder of Prestige Worldwide. And yeah, this is what's happening in quarantine. So what's up? Let's go. Power Hour Live.
You look like a young Stevie Wonder. That was fantastic. I like it. And proof that the sun don't set on the cool.
As good. He wish he looked
Oh
as good.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, hold on. I got my studio guest too. Don't worry.
Oh God, he's gonna have some stuffed animals.
I got my studio guest.
Okay. We're done with Domo. It is done.
Never done with Domo.
But why does that square just smell like virginity? Anyways, Aaron, is it time for our headline of the day? Oh, I would love to show you Chad's reaction right now. What do we got for headline of the day? Headline of the day.
So yeah, I'm bringing it in. The headline of the day. What's been going down is a lot of these models, and it's not really a headline. I've been reading a couple different headlines. There is a model from University of Washington, which is like a lot of states are using for their peaks in COVID.
Okay.
For
I
Georgia,
like IG models. My bad.
Oh
okay.
nah, girl, I stopped hollering at them when it started because I could, they started looking different.
What good is just doggy style? Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, but anyway. But no, what's been happening is this model's been showing that the peaks are actually happening earlier because people are practicing social distancing. So that's something that I've been reading on a couple different, at least for Georgia and a few other states. Just want to get people thoughts on like, what if our models are actually going to change because we've successfully been doing social distancing?
So I've been talking about this for a while because I knew this is going to be a huge problem, and most people that are around me right now know that I love talking politics. So I shame both liberal and conservative sides, and like
I agree with you, Anthony.
last week I saw a Fox News report where it threw it up and it said did we overreact? And I knew that was going to happen because the numbers had just dropped. And fact is, that was the whole point. And I said it a month ago. I go, watch, the numbers are going to drop and people are going, why did we do all this? But the whole thing is, that was the damn point.
Exactly.
So as much as I'm critical, I'm very critical always of CNN and MSNBC, but that was a hard miss by Fox News. So that one was, that's the thing. We're doing the right thing. It's working.
I'm recording that part right there, by the way, just let you know that.
Well, no, I think it's really important to note that, because I was really disturbed and disappointed in our fellow American citizens, if you will. I really went back and forth. You know, one of our favorite segments here is Around the Internet, and we love being able to share highlights of positivity, moments of inspiration, moments of learning. And one of the ones that is really trending, and it really just hurt my heart, is, and I'm sure you saw it, and I debated whether we want to include it in the show or not, but that being said, at least we could talk about it, is there's an image of the two healthcare workers, frontline workers, nurses, who would literally have been seeing people die in their hands, silently protesting, as all these people, incited by, unfortunately, Trump's posts like, go defend your Second Amendment and go do these things, whatever the case is, literally shouting at them like, the numbers aren't even that high, and da-da-da-da. And my heart just broke and I cried. I was like, these people, if you in 2 minutes from now were to end up in their emergency room, are going to be the ones that save you. And you're here yelling that, oh, the numbers are, I got you, Anthony, hold on. But it's like, I got you, like that the numbers aren't as high. And that's exactly it. Like, that was our job. If nothing happens, we did our job. And I think it's a sad day when we as citizens are yelling at the people who are saving us. And that is misdirected on both sides, on both liberal and also Republican. So it's not a partisan issue. It's a country issue that we need to come together as citizens right now, as human beings, and lead with our heart, not be yelling. There's another image where I saw the guy came up and was just yelling at that worker, and he just looked at him and you could tell he wanted to cry. Like, bro, if you've only seen what I've seen, and that killed me. And I think for all of us here, we all lead with our heart. You know, my whole thing is all about spreading love and positivity, and I think we're all on board with that. And there's many ways to do that. But yelling at the very people who are saving so many lives is definitely not the way to go.
No, I agree. And with that, and I'll keep it short, is just the fact that it's interesting to hear that now, because the same thing has always been said about people that protest the police, that in a minute's heartbeat, in a second's drop, they have to do the exact same thing to the people yelling at them, F you, F you, F you. So it's very similar. In terms of this, what's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
In terms of this protest, though, the people that are wearing the mask while they're keeping their social distancing and voicing their opinion, right now they're literally not at work. And I know I get their point a little bit more. My big issue is the reporting. I actually think that in this sense, creating awareness, as much as I talk about creating action, makes a little bit more sense if it's done correctly, not yelling at the healthcare workers, yelling at government more so than the healthcare workers on properly finding a way to do this. But for the most part, I do agree with you, Liza.
I will say one thing. Never mind. That's actually gonna make it even worse.
Say it. That's what Power Hour is all about. You can't bring it up and not talk about it. We got to hold you.
It was gonna be a joke, but not a joke, because
do it, Curtis. Just do it.
I was gonna say, yeah, both of these things that we're protesting, Black people have died at the hand of both of them more than other. But I'm just saying,
that's true.
It's just one or the other. One is COVID is not racist, and I know the police aren't all racist, but there are definitely some undertones that we here as a country are still growing. And the beauty of it is, as you see on this screen right here, you know, we have different races and different genders here are able to work together, even if Aaron is just great looking. You know, it's all right. You know, we work with it and but move on. But yeah, I actually think, you know, hey, also 1 second. Hey, from South Africa. What's up, Charmaine? Sorry, somebody from South Africa. I'm like, yo, Africa. But no, yeah. So but
let's go, Curtis. Get
anyway,
that
let's go through. Let's just
Curtis apparently
we're good.
I got distracted at the very beginning of this conversation because all I heard was models and IG, and then I just went off on a tangent in my mind.
Curtis apparently has partook in 420 today, which I didn't know he did. So
player
I
all day.
thought Aaron was going to say he got distracted by the fact that I said I agreed with Anthony, but that was just me.
I Green recorded that and it's posting
Wait,
on
that
my
happened?
Instagram currently.
but now I have to muzzle myself. So
All right, well,
All right.
let's keep it moving. Aaron, where
Yep.
we going? Where we going?
All right,
next,
that
Aaron?
was headline of the day. Bam, bam.
bang, 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 bang.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but also make sure, guys, if you want to weigh in, drop your comment.
Yeah,
We definitely
sorry.
will respond to it. We'll hit you back. We want to see what you're thinking.
And squirrel. Okay. Anyways, all right. It's time for Around America. Aaron, take it away.
When are we introducing our guests? I can't wait to get this guy on the show.
Around America. It's
Around
Okay.
America.
Okay.
Cross
I'm just
America.
excited. Just excited.
Whatever.
All right. All right, people, here we go. We're moving into this next segment. It's called Across America. Love it. And in this segment, that's exactly what we're doing. We're taking this bad boy across America from city to state, maybe even globally, because as you can see, we've got someone from South Africa tuning in. And we're going to get a truthful but positive outlook on what's going on. So to get this thing going, we're going to Anthony in Tejas. What's going on over there, man?
Hola. Yeah, so this weekend was fantastic because I stayed indoors. The most I ever have. Didn't even walk outside because I had a lot of work to do. So I have absolutely no idea what's going on in Dallas right now. Back to you, Bob.
That's fantastic.
Curtis was so bored he had to go to the bathroom out of my Texas review there.
He just left. All right, we'll skip to
Curtis, where are you? Curtis!
well, it's going to go to Atlanta, but Curtis, it's
Okay.
Sorry, it was a road trip.
Oh, he's back. Oh, thanks for joining us
My
for the
homies
show,
just
Curtis.
drove
Just in
in.
case you didn't know, we're live.
My homies just drove in because this weather
Okay.
in Atlanta's so crazy. Anybody ever seen the movie Frozen?
You can't poop during the show.
Because my
Curtis.
homie is here. He's
You want to
here.
build a
Stuffed
snowman?
animals.
He's here. Don't even worry about it, Anthony. Let's go. What's going
He's in
down in
his
Atlanta?
childhood bedroom. Now we know.
so. This
Creepy.
is, I'm going to jump to Curtis in a second, but this is the new challenge. It's kind of like the jelly beans in a jar. How many are in the jar? I want people to guess how many stuffed animals Curtis has in
Yeah.
his bedroom.
Yo, you're gonna see different ones every show. Every show. You'll
One
see.
for one stuffed
homie
animal for
is here.
every year he was a virgin. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. What's
30
going
of
on
them.
in Atlanta, man?
30 of them, Anthony. So what's going on? So I'm trying to get focused on here. We got to be serious about this. Serious. So Atlanta's been great. The weather, like I said, has been crazy. So I've had friends of mine that are snow visit. We've also had the heat. I think also the weather's like the sports. We have no idea what sport it is, whether it's football, basketball, or baseball. One really cool thing, well, not really cool thing, things that are going on. Today, there's a restaurant called The Vortex. It's a really big restaurant in Atlanta. It's a big comedy place, too. It's the 28th anniversary, so the restaurant is reopening their Little 5 Points. That's like our super hipster Brooklyn area of Atlanta. They're reopening it, and they're going to do some food delivery and unlimited to go. And then also Taco Mac and Sweetwater Brewing Company are celebrating the brewery's signature 420 Extra Pale Ale with a 6 p.m. live chat hosted by Ale Sharpton, which is pretty dope because I actually know that guy. He's a really cool influencer, and we've had him on my past event and show I used to do. So that's what's going down in Atlanta. We're trying to keep it fun and light. One quick thing, unfortunately, the annual Inman Park Festival has been canceled, and they're going to come back next year. And so, that's the biggest thing going down in Atlanta, other than it's sunny now, and it was literally cold and rainy yesterday. So I have no idea we're here.
Wow.
Fantastic.
That's how it goes, unpredictable.
Yeah, like me.
But right now, we are going to puff pass right over to the West Coast.
Hey,
Liza.
what is up? What is up, everyone? So, yeah, things in LA have been interesting as more and more people continue to adapt to and wear the mask. We're also seeing people get stir crazy, including my dog, who this weekend, Tinkerbell, has done something I've never seen her do ever in all the years she's been on this planet, which is she literally started throwing herself against the screen door, trying to scratch her way out to get out. I was like, oh my God, you get walked once a day. Like, what is going on? So she too has gone stir crazy, which I think is kind of funny that it's actually getting to our animals. And it's also going to a point that we were talking about earlier, how things won't be the same now as they were BC before Corona, is seeing the way that people respond, even when you're walking your animal. I had so many people like running across the way when there were still 3 houses down. I'm like, okay, I get it. We're social distancing, but also we don't have to act like everybody has cooties. I mean, you do, but you don't. Like, it's a weird thing. So yeah, so it's been just an interesting form of adaptation as to what this life is like. And I'm just going to put it out there. It's feeling a little bit more like Handmaid's Tale every single day. But, we're getting through it. We're trying to laugh and smile about it. But I at least don't have a boyfriend with me indoors or a spouse. And I do believe, though, we do have someone that has that take. And that is our special guest. So, Aaron, who is that?
Well, we are all back in this together, hanging out. Anthony, you're in much closer proximity to our very special guest, so I'm going to allow you to introduce him.
Sure. Well, technically Liza is because she's in LA too. Curtis is just giving a shout out because we're we got a Atlanta Braves fan in the house that just happens to be in LA, but he is going to give us the take around America on what it's like to be quarantined with a spouse in Los Angeles. Chad Fishburne.
Hey, what's up, Chad? Welcome to Power Hour Live.
Oh, I got to unmute him. Sorry.
You do.
There it is. My bad.
Hey, look, I can talk now. Isn't that nice?
Oh, get it, Chad. Get it, Chad. Oh, so many great memories in the early 90s. That was a long time ago, though.
Oh, take it easy, baby. Take it easy. Now, we're coming back. The Braves are coming back. And yes, I do claim Atlanta. I wore this shirt today for my main man, Curtis. And I'm in the same city as Liza.
Look, we even got some more ATL love.
That's what's
all right.
up.
Chad, tell us what it's like quarantining with a wife.
So quarantining with the wife is actually the same as being outside in public right now. Liza was commenting on that. And by the way, Liza, I do endeavor to watch your shows not only in English, but in Espanol as well. I've been working on my Spanish. So that is something that I have committed to do for myself in quarantine. Might as well use your time wisely, right? Now, but here in this house, it's all about respect and patience. So I'm okay with the respect thing. My wife is teaching me more patience. So I'm lucky enough to have her with me. But yes, she has to have a lot of patience because dealing with this 24/7 is a challenge. So yes, out in public, I will say that exactly what Liza was saying. Like we don't necessarily need to treat everybody like they have cooties, but I will give a note to the joggers. Joggers. None of them have masks on, and they're fine with just buzzing right past you, well within 6 feet. Most of the time, they're within a foot, and they're coming from you in a super big hurry. If you're out for a workout, maybe be mindful of others that are just out walking their dog, and don't be crazy. That would be my input for those folks. But the weather is beautiful. Everybody wants to be outside. So I still think keeping smart, staying safe, and keeping that social distance is necessary.
Chad, I appreciate you for 2 points, actually for 3. Number 1, big shout out to your wife. I'm going to totally give her a round of applause because every good woman should teach her man some patience. Number 2, I completely agree with you with the frickin' joggers who continue to jog with no mask and are coughing or doing whatever they're doing along. And somehow they all of a sudden feel like they own the road. I'm very confused by that. I'm like, bro, we too are walking our dogs. Like, kick back. We've got to get crazy. Also, I've seen rollerbladers that are rollerblading hand in hand across the way where I'm like, you're not even supposed to be touching. Like, what's going on? Right. So really, I'm very happy to hear that you want to learn Spanish. And I have a word for you, but I'm actually going to bring up Aaron because Aaron's been practicing his word of the week from Happy Hour. Aaron, do you want to, what is the thing that you put in a michelada? Do you have that for us? What is that word?
I believe as though Aaron is, look at that pose though.
Frijoles, queso, salsa.
No, he's got it. Let's see. Oh, he's back. I think he's back. Let's see if he does. No, all right. So the word is saladito.
Saladito.
Yeah, there you go. Saladito.
Tell me what it means.
So that was the word. Keep it. Yeah, so it's a really great little item you can throw into your drinks. But yeah, we will continue to teach that word of the day. Come on over to Let's Talk About It. It's our Spanglish show. Let's Talk About It live on Tuesdays at noon Pacific. Come on over.
Hey,
Bienvenido. Mi
Liza,
casa es tu casa.
I gotta put Chad on the spot because he does these killer introductions, especially when he gets to roll his R's. Because him and I both, when we MC together, anyways. So he is always great.
Wait, can you do that again? I'm sorry, Anthony. Can you do that again?
Let's get ready to rumble. With that said, Chad does a killer introduction whenever there is a name that has rolling R's. So I got a name for you, Chad. I want you to introduce Enrique Ramirez, okay?
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for Enrique Ramirez.
Feel like you're at a boxing match right now, right? Yes. Okay.
Oh my God, Oscar La Hoya, if you're watching, please give Chad a call. He's ready for you. He's ready to be your ring
I'll talk to
announcer.
the Golden Boy any day of the week. Listen, I love that dude. He is magnificent. One of the best all time.
And speaking of our Golden Boy, Aaron Smalls is in the house, totally doing his Matrix. Ooh, doo, doo. It's all right, Aaron. You don't want to teach him your word, your Spanish word of the week. It's all right. We see you.
Aaron is still frozen.
I don't even understand what's happening.
Oh my God! You got two of Aaron.
He's literally talking to Chad in the middle. This is the most awkward thing I've ever seen, but I love it.
I don't know what's going on, but I like it.
Chad, Aaron, should we just have you go straight?
Publicity.
Should we just have you go straight to your Around America? Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Here you go, Around America.
So as we
But maybe
skip across
unmute
America,
yourself,
let's
Aaron.
jump over to Hawaii. Trips to Hawaii right now are hella cheap. Talking about the hotel and the flight, but Hawaii has imposed a 14-day mandatory quarantine for all arriving visitors. So you're thinking to yourself, how are they going to enforce this? Well, it's essentially on the honor system, kind of like when the entire bucket of candy is on the front porch during Halloween and it says take one. Here in New York, other changes that are kind of happening. Things are going up. Let me tell you about it. The number of New Yorkers signing up to volunteer, going up. Applications to foster pets, going up. People cutting their hair into their own hands, going up. Club on a Tuesday, going down. Other than that, New York is still the most populous city in the U.S. It's still nicknamed the Big Apple, and because of social distancing, there is definitely less sex in the city.
That was so good.
I can't.
Yeah, that's good. Good job, Aaron.
That was good, Aaron.
I appreciate it, Aaron.
What'd you say, Aaron?
Preparation at its finest.
I mean, that's what happened. I'm out here, dog. He came in last night. He didn't even know it was gonna get hot again. I had to bring him inside, bro.
God, you're so weird. So what Aaron, what was that segment called?
That segment was called
Oh,
Across America. That's what it was called.
Sweet Mother Mary. All right. With that said, since Chad's with us, this is Curtis. How many toys do you have? This is so awkward.
Don't hit on the Ford GT.
Oh, God. All right. So now, real quick, since we've got one of the other host of Quarantine and Chill, aka Biscuits and Gravy, we're going to bring him on. We're going to talk Quarantine and Chill real quick. So, Chad, I'm going to bring you back on the screen. I'm going to drop out my lovely other co-host. So, Chad Fishburne, welcome back to the stage, my good friend.
What's up, baby? You ready to have another awesome show today? Today we're talking about sci-fi films.
That's correct. This is the sci-fi episode number 1. We have changed things around a bit, Chad and I. We've got 2 special co-hosts. which have been around pretty much since the beginning, but we have a different format. The format on this episode, starting last episode, is to do a bracket style. So we have got our top 16 sci-fi movies, but we're doing it 8 and 8. So this show, you get 8. Crowd participation matters because we got 4 hosts. So the crowd actually can tip the scales. It goes 8 against 1, so on until we have our champion. So, Chad, sci-fi is your category. Why are you excited about sci-fi today?
I am pumped about sci-fi because there are so many different subgenres that we decided to combine them all together, which is why we're extending it past just this episode today. There are too many to name just for today's episode. We got some amazing ones to talk about. You and I are apparently going to have our butts handed to us for putting Transformers in there. We're from a different generation than our buddies. They're a couple years older than us, so they're going to have some other picks, but all of them are amazing films. I didn't realize you were a Transformers dude.
Huge.
Really? So you had the toys growing up?
Yes, I had the small ones. Yeah.
I had all of them, bro. I had a straight up chest of drawers where every single one of them on shelves. It was like a shelving system.
Oh, you and Curtis would get along now, but he's also in his 30s, so there's that. So yes, today, Biscuits and Gravy. We're coming back at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 5 o'clock Eastern. We've got our special host, which I love to name, Troyer, the Red Pill, and Kenny Blue Pill, which I'm sure you could guess why that is the Blue Pill. So.
It's funny that you mentioned Curtis because he reminds me of Frozen. That stuffed animal thing, he should let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Please, God, let it go. He's even
all right.
Snowman.
I cannot wait for today's show. It's getting all right, Liza. You're going to talk a little about Quarantine and Chill. I've been watching some stuff. I ended Ray Donovan. That's about it, and I'm pretty excited about it. We've all been really busy, but Liza, I'm bringing you back up for Quarantine and Chill. Chad, I will see you later. High five. This way. Wait, this way. Bam. Okay, cool. Later, Chad. Liza.
Bye, Chad. High five too. Okay, no, bye. Yeah, so first and foremost, though, I want to say this totally goes to show stereotypes. There's a reason why they're called stereotypes. I, too, was a Transformer fan, as I was a G.I. Joe fan. Yes. My Barbies, she got around. She got around on all sides. She was trying to be intergalactic. It was amazing. We appreciate her. That being said, yes, what to watch as we enter Quarantine and Chill week 5. That being said, if you guys haven't already checked out a couple of the new shows that we're seeing, not only on Amazon Prime, but also on Netflix, the usual. Of course, for those of you who tuned into Global Citizen, that was the big talk this weekend. But moving forward, you can definitely watch the replay if you missed it. Also on Netflix, Better Call Saul. Everybody is catching up on that. I like to see how people are going viral on what they like, what they don't. We're also looking at Luther, which is available on Prime now. On Hulu, we have Shots Fired, which just the name alone, I mean, I could go so many places, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. And for the kiddos, here's another one, throwing it back. And I want to ask all my co-hosts what they think, including our special co-host today, Chad, is Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow is where it's at. It's available on Amazon Prime. I know everybody's all about that Disney Plus live, but if you have littles, this is a great time for you to bridge that gap. Watch a little bit of Reading Rainbow because the more you know, well, the more you grow. So that is it for Quarantine Chill. Boys, you want to come back up? I want to know, were y'all Reading Rainbow fans or what? What?
Of course I was a Reading Rainbow fan. You know who the host was?
Yeah, LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton, hello.
The original gangster.
Yes,
He was like, Curtis, you don't have to sag your pants. So I would read books. You know what I'm saying? Anthony didn't, but I did. You know, that's what it is. You know?
No, I watch Reading Rainbow. Why would I read books when there's television that explains it all already?
It gives you the cliff notes. There, that's like when you watch a movie instead of reading the book. No big deal. But yes, Reading Rainbow for the kiddos. I love it. I do think in this day and age of live streaming, again, LeVar Burton, if you're watching, feel free. Come on, we're ready for you. We'd love to have you on Work From Home Network TV. We could make it interactive with the kiddos. Because there was another show, I think when our parents were kids that my mom talked about where they would say like, hi, Billy. Hey, Susie. I see you're watching. And my mom used to get frustrated because they said that they would never say her name. And I was like, yeah, they never said my name on Sesame Street either. Whose fault was that, Mom? Yours. Hi. So I feel like at least we could bridge that gap if we brought Reading Rainbow back.
So you just said bridge, and you also said Reading Rainbow. And if we're talking LeVar Burton, I feel like if he comes on, he's got to have the glasses.
Hey!
Wow, Anthony, that was pretty quick. Seems like you read books or something.
Oh,
We must just write them,
so
I
was
guess.
that as quick as when you all missed my drop about all the high school seniors talking about no cap and now they're going to have no gown, and the only one that got that was Ruben
I didn't.
on Happy Hour?
I don't have a dirty mind.
I don't
Anyways, that was quarantine
I
and
think
chill,
about
ladies and
good
gents.
Cap and gown, people. Cap and gown. High school seniors.
I've-
Nothing dirty about that.
Beanie Babies.
So yes, that has been quarantine and chill.
Lamb.
I don't even know where the graphic is.
Exactly.
We're going live. We're doing it live.
I don't know. Isn't it always live?
Yeah, that's true.
I
I
mean,
mean, it is.
Aaron,
I love you, Anthony.
I know. Aaron, can we do a little? Can we switch to OPP? What do you say? Can we jump to that?
I'm just on both computers right now because I don't know which one.
You just trying to show off, bro.
Can I-
If you want to flex, dog.
Aaron, the more computers you use, the more you're going to throttle yourself. That
Bro,
includes
what's
with
up, bro?
pornography
What's up, dog?
and with internet.
What's up, bro? Look at that. You want some? I got it too. You know what I'm saying? We got phone. What we doing?
I don't know which one is working.
Hold on. Let me do the Aaron.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so much.
Weird.
Real science is able to clone people. This is the closest you'll get to having two of me.
Oh my gosh. This is probably my dream come true.
This is my nightmare.
2 Aarons? What you think what you could do with 2 Aarons?
Yeah,
Let
it's-
me not say that.
It's
All
like
right.
we got
I'm
Pharrell.
going-
We got Pharrell and Usher in one screen.
Nah, it's Chris Brown.
Other people's positivity, I'm going to keep it quick today because there's one person that I want to talk about that is very positive, and it was the guy that came to set up my internet. This guy shows up at 8 in the morning to set up my internet, and he was so happy. He was so excited about having a job and about coming in. He was talking to me about all kinds of stuff, and I feel like he had to have been in a Latin or an Italian family, because the more that I tried to dance and keep my distance from him in my studio apartment here in New York, the closer he got. It was just like, you're one of those closed speakers, aren't you? You're definitely- But he was just very happy to be here. He talked to me about what he's going to do after this whole thing is over. And he had some good plans. He said he's going to like saving up right now to rock out his future goals. And I thought that was pretty amazing of him, that he was still upbeat. He had some goals for what to do in this downtime. And so for you, Mr. Internet Setter-Upper Man, I salute you. And you are the one that I talk about today in other people's positivity.
Well, what's up with your internet though?
He clearly didn't do a great job.
It's not my internet. It is, I don't know if the computer or it's Chrome on one of my computers or if my other computer is just exhausted.
Some of us only have one.
I feel like Aaron might have been going to too many of those incognito windows, and it's slowing down.
Incognito windows.
Snap-a-doodles.
Oh, God.
Yes, I think it's time for a little Be the Change, boys.
All right.
Website.
Do you want? I'll give you some hints later on what to watch. All right, cool.
A little quarantine and chill. R-rated.
Mama coming. Look at it. Oh, wow. Mama.
What did she? Yeah, but let's.
We'll keep going.
I feel like my mom might have had a thing for the cable and internet guy back in the day. Anyways, I'm gonna drop you all off. It's just gonna be Curtis and I.
Mama.
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was just going to say Mama Russo. Why is he like airing out dirty laundry over here?
Oh, we don't have a show long enough for the dirty laundry with Mama Russo.
I love Mama Russo, though. Mama Russo.
For real.
Okay. Now, on a positivity aspect, it's time for our Be the Change story and ambassador of the day.
I get so excited when I hear that.
Yeah, I get wicked boy man excited. So when I started Be the Change, the whole concept behind it was to take action in your fellow man, be good to the people around you. And what this time is showing us right now is that we have such an opportunity to make a difference in the people's lives around us and to keep the positivity flowing. Because if we let negativity get a hold of us, we're in deep doggy doo-doo. So finding all these great stories around the internet was actually the core idea of Be the Change when it started, and how we're going to spread it and spread that message. And right now, they're all over the place. So I'm going to show something that was actually on the Today Show.
Here's the first one. I love this one. A taxi driver in Spain has been giving coronavirus patients free rides to and from the hospital. So the staff wanted to thank him and surprise him at the same time. So they lured him in and they told him that there was yet another patient who needed a ride home. He had no idea. The nurses and the doctors, everyone was there to show their appreciation. He was caught off guard, obviously, and touched by their thoughtfulness. And by the way, the driver was also given an envelope with a collection taken up at the hospital to help cover his costs.
Yeah. So I think it's great that it was another nameless story. It's just one of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people doing something that they don't expect anything back, and then it turns into a viral news, which is the kind of news that I want to see right now. I want a basic rundown from the news, what's going on right now, and be done with it, and then watch stuff like that to show the power of our humanity, per se. Right, Curtis?
Yeah, no, I actually love it. I mean, in this time, people are being more innovative and people are being kinder to each other. So if anything comes out of this, I love that the fact that we are seeing these stories and not just here and there, but there's so many stories coming out like that. And what I will say too is like there's just so many that we can't always say them all, but please, like, if you have some other, like if anybody's, when you're watching and you see something cool, drop us, tag us. Like we would love to be able to bring those up and talk about those also. But yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, it's so much going on. I mean, even this Sunday, I heard about something called the Gratitour, and these people are, you know, finding ways to just raise money and feed the workers at the hospital, which is amazing. So I'll actually have some more information. I'll put that on later in the show. But I just love seeing those types of things happen.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like I think. As you know, Kelly just left a couple days ago, and I think when I'm around somebody else, I realize when other people are around, I'm much more stoic. And then when they're gone and I'm watching stuff alone, like even that story when the people came in, I cry so much. I was crying watching Jersey Shore the other night.
Oh, I don't know if I would admit that, but
no, you see, if people don't understand the Jersey, like it's so much about positivity now that Mike Sorrentino, the situation is this like beacon of hope, and the whole show is much different. It's not the trash show that it was that I also enjoyed back in 2009, but there's so many moments and when I'm alone, I am a basket case when I watch stuff, and this is one of those ones. It was a 30-second video, and I started to tear up, and it's like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely get like that. I got teared up at Harriet. That was pretty touching, but not in a sad way. It was very empowering, and just kind of that end helped me realize, like, hey, you know, people that, and not just like Harriet, but like other people that are going through things that we might see as like, oh, it's impossible, but we see like they went in and exceeded their expectations in those things that kept them down. So it's like I love seeing like the hope pieces, but also it empowers me to say, hey, if these people can do a lot of things with nothing, or being sick, or with no arms, no legs, no different things that we find that we have to have, and we're like, well, I don't have the money. This person's like, I can't speak or hear, but I still can do something. Or see Helen Keller, that was something that was crazy. So I love that positivity, that people are going to persevere, but also, you know, I feel you. I get a little teary-eyed by myself.
All about those stories. That all about being the change. Excellent. I'm pretty excited about that. Liza, before you go anywhere, we got a comment that I have to share right now because it's timely.
Let's do it.
Talking about Mama Russo. See, proving it's the truth.
Already.
I could never remember his name. Phone guy is how I remember it. And you thought I was putting you on.
Mom Russo, keep it true.
Don't reveal the secrets.
True. She ain't got no secrets.
All right, well, I think this is a perfect time for us to go around the internet. So much to your touching story today that, again, got me totally choked up. I just love seeing great people do good things for no other reason than to do good things. I really want to give a shout out to a brand out there who is really showing that they too are all about spreading love. So big shout out first and foremost to Shake Shack, as they announced that they're returning their $10 million government loan because they have realized and acknowledged that those loans are supposed to go for small businesses struggling in the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic. I have to say, Shake Shack, even though I love me some In-N-Out, you have captured my heart. I immediately figured out in LA how I can order some curbside because I wanted to just give back to them. And I think that that is where they set themselves up for an organic hero moment, because as we're seeing, again, us all being in this together, spreading the wealth as it needs. We see so many businesses, unfortunately, mom and pop shops that are not going to make it out of this. And so I appreciate that they're taking that leadership to really do it right. So a big shout out to them. Speaking about doing things right, sometimes it is, nothing more than you get A for effort. But sometimes we got to learn from that. And also sometimes it's important to just keep it simple. Know your medium, know how to adapt. As we all talk about here, it's all about pivoting, not panicking, right? And one of the things that happened this weekend that everybody was talking about was this big showdown between Babyface and Teddy Riley, on Versus TV. Everybody's talking about we're all winning tonight. I loved it. They set it up. Puffy, now named Love, he did a little video making it seem like they were coming out of the ring. It was great. You had over 500,000 people at any given time. So in metrics overall, that's about 300 million people that tuned in and out of the broadcast. But the problem is it failed. It failed very badly because there was no showdown. Anthony?
Yeah, sorry. I was going to just wait, but it's impressive that a brand, because I know that they had a sponsor, I believe, for that rap battle, that they're going to be really mad about it. Geritol is going to be furious about that. Having 2 plus 50 rappers couldn't do the technology.
Well, to be fair, Babyface came in strong, being the maestro that he is, at level. Came in with his studio. Aaron's laughing. I appreciate it. Came in and knew what the medium was. Teddy Riley, though, has inspired a lot of memes, which we'll be showing on later in the week, because they were just rolling and popping left and right. Because unfortunately, he came in thinking he was performing at Madison Square Garden via his iPhone and forgot that there are a lot of things, as we know, when you go live, there's feedback that you just need to consider. He had a whole setup ready to go. So I appreciate it. He gets an A for effort. But sometimes you just got to remember what you're on. Yep.
Is this on?
Yep. So big shout out, though, as we do here at Power Hour Live. We do love seeing people that make us laugh, that inspire us. Please know that, Teddy, we're with you. We are looking forward to actually seeing the battle go down. I think it is a great learning lesson for us all, especially now that we're getting feedback. Thanks, Curtis. Now, moving right along, we are seeing, of course, a lot of parents at home taking on the reading at home philosophy. And this so happened with the tweets.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe.
So that just made me laugh, because that was literally like my librarian, I guess. On TikTok.
Whose mom was that?
Showing us that she too has a little bit of a, underside. So, we're not judging.
Mama Russo's a brunette.
You proud of that?
No.
Anthony's like, that's it. I'm exiting. I'm just seeing my way out.
Somebody take her phone away.
Some people might want to switch places or switch the light, and that's exactly what more.
All right, guys. I just heard this. I'm not sure if it's true. I hear if you say Tiger King 3 times in the mirror, you turn the lights on and off, something happens. I'm not sure. Let's try it out. Tiger King, Tiger King, Tiger King.
Carol Baskin. Did you see Carol Baskin?
That was so quick.
Exactly. That's how Bloody Mary works too. It's a quick come in and come out. Aaron, you feel you feel like you have some thoughts.
That was terrifying. When I heard the Bloody Mary story when I was younger, I wasn't even brave enough to test it. I was like, what if this is a thing and I get got right now? So I wouldn't even dare go into the bathroom and do the Carol Baskin thing, because I'm not trying to get eaten by a tiger.
We didn't.
And to that, I say this.
Carol Baskin.
Killed her husband, whacked her. Can't convince me that it didn't happen. Fed them to tigers, they snacking. What's happening? Carol Baskin.
That is still my favorite parody of that song. Carol Baskins, if you're watching, we love you. Please don't send a tiger after us. That being said,
So maybe
that
pull
has
my
been
tiger out. I got
around the internet.
Hey, Liza, what if we combine the second to last and the other video where where Marshmallow did the thing, but instead he like had something else. He said like quarantine 3 times, shut the lights, and then all of a sudden the old woman comes up. I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. And she's like right next to him.
I would buy that. I would.
Yeah.
I would
He'd be like, ah! It's been a while. I've been clean.
Hey, that reminds me of this clip that I sent to Curtis of someone down in New Orleans.
Oh no!
Who is a woman who is experienced? That's
experience. Way more than that.
She just put herself in full-on lingerie. I would say she was probably in her late 60s, early 70s, asking for gentleman callers. I was like, oh.
Well, I don't know why she said it to me.
It was nasty.
It was nasty.
He got that. I got some dude sent me pictures in diapers. It was the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen.
I got something from Anthony. I can't share that. It's too
Oh
hot.
my gosh. Oh
It's
my gosh.
weird.
Okay.
So weird.
We're moving right along from around the internet. Let's do the word diet. Mama Russo, one of my favorite sections, also hers. So let's go. Wait, well, first and foremost, we should definitely make sure that we show everybody at home the word diet. Yes. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we are working with this deck, the well-being deck cards, which I just love because they're all about positivity. And they always seem to be right on point for this show. So let's see what we get today. Bam. Physical well-being is only one good thought away. Oh, okay. You could have every disease known to man within you today. And if you choose different feeling thoughts tomorrow, they would all leave your body. The key is to not give any unwanted thing much attention. When it doesn't feel good, turn your attention to someplace else. Okay, so what I love about this card actually is what I always like to say, Auntie O says, where intention goes, energy flows, right? So yes, if you have cancer today, that's not going to miraculously go away tomorrow. But what I do always like to remind people is the word itself, disease, when you split it up in two, is dis-ease. So you have to identify what in your life is actually creating dis-ease and figure out, especially when you're in quarantine, how do you eliminate that from your life so that you eliminate the stress both internally and mentally that's helping, that's possibly holding you back. In doing so, you actually create a vehicle, if you will, for health and good vibrations. We all know science is there, has backed it up, that the way that we align ourselves physically also has a connection with us mentally. So that's the biggest takeaway that I have with this is really identify what are the 3 points right now in your life that are causing dis-ease and what can you do to pivot towards possibility. So that being said, that has been the word diet. Bam! Boys, where you at? Let's go. We're cleaning. Okay, are you saying that we're your disease? Is that what's happening right now?
What? Oh no, I wasn't listening. Sorry. I'm
Curtis
joking.
is so
Clearly.
I'm just cleaning so y'all can see me better. Look, I look way better. Look at my homie.
Oh my God, here we go with the homie again. Oh my goodness. All right, well, Aaron, what is everybody at home other than the homies that can't actually type saying?
He can type.
It's a lot of Mama Russo.
It is a lot of Mama Russo.
I will
We
say.
love it. We encourage everybody. Aw, thank you, Mama Russo. Also, I love the fact that she knows and she recognizes the fact that everybody does have cooties, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be smart about it. Let's be smart about it.
That was one time in college, Mama Russo.
No.
Big shout out to Charmaine Taylor, though, who is joining us from South Africa, Cape Town. What up, Charmaine? I was just on her show last week. So excited to have her here with us here on Facebook. I know she is staying up late or early, depending on, time differences of where everybody is. But yeah, so big shout out to her. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It has been such a great show, you all.
Would you guys ever cut your own hair?
No.
No, never. Not one day.
No.
I attempted it. It didn't go terribly.
Let's see it.
You always did it.
Let's see it.
Oh, I look like that.
No, that's all right.
Is that why we have the hat on?
I mean, I always have the hat on because my hair is. I usually get my hair cut like every week. So the fact that it's been 3 months, I finally I got in there, and it's it's a little rough.
Okay, but you know what isn't rough though is BAM, our live streaming guide. So here's what's happening today. As we had Chad and Anthony talk a little bit about earlier, they'll be back right after at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern with biscuits and gravy. And then tomorrow we will have Let's Talk About It Live. It's WFHN TV's Spanglish show back here at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be back ourselves here on Power Hour Live on Wednesday, same time, 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. But you want to kick off your morning with some positivity, so make sure you tune in each and every single day to, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, to Wingmen to Greatness at 10 a.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And of course, on Fridays, we got you covered with a little bit of happy hour at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. That said, we do want to make an announcement as we continue to prep and get ready for BAM Altísimo Live, which is going down on Cinco de Mayo as we raise and look to raise $3 million with the help of everyone at home watching, $5 at a time, Cinco on Cinco. You can get over to altissimolive.com. Anthony, what's the translation?
That would be .com.
Yes, altissimolive.com in order to find out the latest, how you can get involved, whether that's donating, whether that's volunteering to be an ambassador to help us, get the word out as we're all doing it. We have a powerhouse lineup of Latino entertainers and performers, as well as some allies all around that will be coming on board to really come together to celebrate our unsung heroes, which are the farmers. With that said, we're proud here at Work From Home Network TV to be able to producing that. So it does look like our shows will be on hiatus next week, but please know it isn't because we don't love you. We will be back, but because we're putting all hands on deck to make this bigger show, and that'll be a perfect time for all of you at home to catch up with the episodes that you haven't watched. So we'll keep reminding you along the way, but just know if you know a regular here at home, please slide in. If you know someone that has some talent, we're ready for show us what you got. Please slide in. We are here for you on socials as we are here live. So with that, fellas, y'all got a last word before we say adieu?
I just want to show you guys this. This is what happens when you try and do your own haircut. It comes out poorly like that. So just don't do it.
That is also, I shared this on my IG last week. It is the perfect way, if you need inspiration to actually stay indoors and not go out, is to go ahead and just try to cut your own hair, because you'll be so embarrassed that you won't actually want to leave. So with that, everyone at home, thank you so much for watching. On behalf of my co-host and we will see you next time. Make sure to make a little bit of time today to make someone smile, even if that someone is you. Anthony, you know what to do. Bye. Pew.
Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back?
Okay.